Good morning. And this is my first time using this particular forum. But in the recent 8 hours, Trump has withdrawn his initial policy to separate families at the border. And I just want to remind people that while they're hearing about uh, people who are seeking asylum, that their children are being forcibly drugged, some of them having as many as 10 medications against their will pumped into their little bodies, that this has been going on in the U.S. for a long time, particularly children in foster care, African-American girls, have been subject to forced drugging. And as my friend David Oakes often prides us about, there is several programs, dozens of programs that are paid for by SAMHSA that also have forced drugging. So I want you to pay attention to this, because if you notice, the United States has also withdrawn from the U.S. Human Rights Council. Nikki Haley and the head of the State Department makes a much to do about this is about Israel, but also this is about the fact that the U.S. Human Rights Council is looking at the U.S. as far as poverty is concerned. Nikki Haley and others think it's ridiculous that we are going to have a microscope under the United States as far as poverty. And poverty has been increasing in the U.S. Poverty contributes to stress, provides the wrap conditions for things that cause trauma to children. So I want you to stay awake, still put the pressure on the president and the Congress about the children who are being traumatized, over 2,000 of them, and they say that 200 people are coming every day. The solution to this is to make sure that individuals in their home countries, whether it be Honduras, Guatemala, that the U.S. encourage those countries to stop their human rights violations. I mean, it's very difficult, I would think, as a mother, to be able to make the decision between being killed by gangs in your country or either coming to the U.S. where you might be separated. And in fact, they didn't get that message about that change in policy. Previous administrations have always been compassionate. It is part of international law that people are able to seek asylum. So this is an international problem that we're having with immigration and with forced drugging in the U.S. So please stay woke and stay attention. I'm going to put your congressperson can be reached at the following number: 202-224-3121. That is a direct line to the Capitol, and all they need is your zip code or address, and they can connect you with your congressperson and Senate person. We need immigration reform. Also, I have always said that the United States federal government should not be paying for forced drugging of anyone. So please pay attention to those things. Pay attention to what's happening with SAMHSA, Medicaid, and Medicare. The regime is what I call the current administration, is very busy taking away all of the protections that we have in this country and isolating us. Not only are we withdrawing from the U.S. Human Rights Council, but as you notice, the United States via our president has attacked Canada and Northern and Russia. And at least one of those regimes, we know they use medical and mental health, and both North Korea and China have done this in the past and the present to punish people, to use mental health services or torture, as I would call it, to rein their people in. So pay attention. You can go to on Facebook. If you have a Facebook account, go to Town Hall, TOWNHALL, and you will have a listing of your local officials, and you can contact them via those accounts. So please, folks, stay awake. There should be massive. This is not a time to be apathetic because so many things are happening every day. It's a time to make sure your registration is current, that you invite your other friends to register and to vote in the 2018 election. I am very much afraid, and I've seen a trend of this, that people will be so apathetic that they will not come out to vote. And instead of seeing this is the beginning of the end of this horrible, horrible isolationist, and that we will see that the current regime will sweep more people in power, and we will look back upon the children being taken away from their parents as a minor thing compared to the coming future atrocities. So thank you very much, and have a good morning. And I hope this works out. This is the first time that I've done this. So I don't know how it's going to work, but thank you.